The most important thing on this list to me, which is number one, is your portfolio. Some people call it your online shop. I tend to take more of a fine art museum level with what I'm doing. So I prefer calling it your portfolio. I typically tell artists to organize this from most recent year. So 2020 would be its own tab potentially. 2019, 2018, 2017. You can give, some people actually don't even do it by year. They might have a titled body of work, but usually you would organize it most recent to least recent. You could have subcategories within, say for example, you have a tab that's recent work for 2020. You might have a sub tab that's works on paper and paintings. And even prints. So you can have sub tabs, but keep it really organized where, say I'm looking to just see what new work you have for 2020, that's very clear to me and I can jump around your 2020 works. Or if I'm looking for paintings, I can kind of jump into your paintings versus going through paintings and works on paper. I'm a fan of separating them. If you don't have a lot of work, you might just combine paintings and works on paper. And I would suggest looking around at other artists' websites and seeing what appeals to you personally and what you think is most organized and presents the work most effectively. The big thing with a portfolio is, and I've talked about this in other sessions, and I think Roberta Fallon and I discussed this, make sure your images are the best that they can be. And honestly, if you can get them professionally photographed, the lighting's gonna be better, the camera quality is gonna be better. I know a lot of artists know how to photograph their own work. I can tell the difference usually between someone that's photographed their own work and someone that's had them photographed professionally. If you're selling art, at 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 on up, the amount of investment in photography should be minimal. And again, I talk about this in my book. You might have the option to trade for services with someone, and I've done this with certain artists where they have a lot of work to photograph. We might trade with a piece of art with a photographer with them, but that's up to you.